Very first one. I don't know who has business cards. Does anyone have business cards these days? I know that I do because I am going out networking. And there's a rise in digital business cards, and I know that some of the printers I deal with are saying that there's been a drop off in those physical business cards. But nevertheless, the key thing with business cards is being able to capture the information so that you continue the conversation. It's no good having the business cards piling up on your desk to contact one day, because usually that one day it comes around is just after Christmas, and there's a stack of business cards that you haven't contacted during the year. And if you're like me, they just end up in the bin thinking, well, they will have forgotten me. So a great way to really keep the conversation going and to connect with people is with an app like this one here, which is called Popple.co. And what it is a digital business card, but it's also a scanner as well to be able to scan your cards. The thing about this app that I like is that it will scan your cards, it'll put the information into your CRM. In your CRM, once it enters into that, you can have an email that automatically goes out and say, hey, great to meet you at whatever meeting it was, or how you came across them. Not to sell or pitch them, but just really to continue that conversation. But this particular app enriches the information. So we'll do things like go out to their social media profiles and look for things like their social media accounts, information that's in it, like phone numbers, websites, and any other links there that are important as well. And it can bring that into the app and into your CRM as well too. So it has got that enrich feature in it. What it means for you is that you don't need to necessarily sort of jump onto LinkedIn and search for them, or Facebook and search for them. The link will already be there for you to go and find and click on it. So it is quite a clever way and a quicker way and a good use of AI to be able to find out, or will really capture into one place the information of the people that you are connecting with. And it helps you to really have some more meaningful conversations across the platforms as well too. So, and particularly with some of the CRMs today, you can send messages not only by email, but you can connect on, say, LinkedIn or Facebook, and also use that as a way to send a message automatically from your CRM to say, hey, look, great to meet you. So that's where an app like this is quite helpful, for lead capture, for enriching the lead on the business card. And you've also got a digital business card that you can carry around on your phone, which is just a QR code that people can scan to get your details as well too. So that one there is called Popple.co. Now these links, will drop these into chat so that at the end of the evening, you can save the chat. They'll all be clickable, and you'll be able to navigate through to these apps and see which one of those are ones that might be helpful for you in your business. Does Popple integrate with GHL? That's a really good question. I did mean to look that up. I dare say it does. It may not integrate directly. It could be through Zapier, but if it's got an API, which I suspect it does, then yes, it will be reasonably sort of simple to integrate. For those that are not aware, GHL, go high level, that's a CRM. All right. Next one I have for you is, this one's from a company called Glasp, but this particular app is a YouTube summary with ChatGPT and Claude. So it's a Chrome extension. You install it in Chrome, and what it can then do is pull the transcript of a YouTube video into your ChatGPT or Claude, whichever model you're using. And from there, you can then go and manipulate how you want. So for me, the way that I use it, here's a video of, in fact, this show probably about a month or so ago. I've got the extension installed. You can see on the right-hand side above these other related videos, there is a transcript and summary button. And if you click on that, there is the full transcript of the video that YouTube has generated. And then there are some buttons on there as well too. So one of them is, and so this comes from this Chrome extension. If you hover over the ChatGPT button, you can then go and select the model that you would like to import the the transcript into. And there is also Claude, Mistral, Gemini, if you happen to, or Grok, and AI Studio, if you happen to be using any of those. So I'm using ChatGPT. So let's just click on the ChatGPT 4 button. And what it does is it opens ChatGPT. You need to be logged into it or connected to the app. There's the transcript of that particular show. So that one there was an hour-long show. So that's the transcript. And then you can start to manipulate it by doing things like write a 1,200 word article on the content of this transcript. Do not use any information from a web search. So that's just preventing it going out and enriching this information with someone else's information. So there you go. Now we've asked it to generate a 1,200 word article. So that could be used for a blog post, and then you can go through and cut it up into social media and repurpose it into other elements. So it's just really quite a quick way of bringing in that video content in a way that you can now start to manipulate it and use it. And actually, this post is quite good. It's got these sections here which you could then use as social media posts to then point back to the blog post on your website. But as ever, the content that is generated in ChatGPT, always good to read it just to make sure that you've got the AI isms out of it. Things like words like fluff, game changer, next level, all of those words as well. Make sure that it reads as you. I've spent quite a bit of time training this to ensure that it sounds as much like me as possible. But I do end up, changing some of it because it's not always 100% right. But it gives you an idea as to how to use that particular app or tool to just connect it directly into your AI tool. So that one there is called YouTube Summarizer with ChatGPT and Claude, and it is created by a company called Glasp, which is Glasp. So they've got a range of apps which are worth having a look at as well too. All right, next one I have for you. This one here, I only just came across this today. It was mentioned to me today. It is also asked.com. You may be familiar with an online service called Answer the Public, which was bought by Neil Patel, who is an SEO expert out there in the United States, and now charges for it. They've limited the free searches for it. So this is an alternative to that particular tool. So the way it works is if you go to Google search, for instance, so we go to Google, and up the top in the Google search bar, you can see there is a drop down of what they call predictive searches. So let's say, is AI taking, there we go. So this one here is AI taking over the world. That's what they call a predictive search. Google is predicting what the next most likely word is or series of words are that you are searching for. And the second item is the second best option that it thinks you might be searching for. So these are predictive searches, and they are taken from actual searches in Google, and there's a fair number of those searches. So what this app here also asked does is it brings in, it's got all of that data that brings in so that you can go and search for something like AI humanoid. There you go. And what it will do is it will then go and sort of pull in all of those drop-down searches, group them into topics so that, if you are wondering what can I ever write about in your particular field, you would just pop that keyword in there and it's generating all of these ideas. Now, these ideas are actual questions that lots and lots of people are asking. So, things like in this particular case, what AI has the highest IQ? What's the best realistic human AI? What's the number one AI in the world? So in there are a ton of topics there that you can then go and create content around. So whether it's video content or written content, or you start with video and turn it into written content, you got lots and lots of ideas. So the way that I use this is I group ideas into similar themes, and then each of those similar themes is a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs in a particular article. So with this one here, you can download it. You've got a download button here. The free version will allow you to download it as a PNG or an image file, which is not particularly helpful. If you pay for it, then you get the CSV file, or can go into Google Sheets or an Excel sheet. But just as a little workaround, if you download the PNG, you can then go to ChatGPT, upload the PNG to ChatGPT, ask it to extract the content out of it, and it will extract it out of it into a spreadsheet or whatever format that you want. So this part of it is free. If you do want to subscribe to it, it's reasonably inexpensive at $12 a month, or $23 a month for the light version. I mean, they've got the Pro, but probably overkill for most of us in terms of using it. So, but you can get everything and use it for free, just in the way that I've spoken about now. So that one there is called alsoasked.com. This one here, this one I was introduced to this week as well too. I have to thank Tim Thomas for this one, who is often here. It is called Ukut.Pro. It is a video editor for the phone, which does things like, so you can do it on the fly. So you've probably seen those Instagram reels that have got writing or text over the top of it. You add music in, you can cut it up into shorts, you can edit it to be quicker or slow it down. That's what this particular tool does. You can download it onto your iPhone or onto your Android phone, and that's where it works best on that. They do have a desktop app with it as well too, but it really is designed so that you can maybe combine a whole lot of images or video clips and create content for, particularly Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook in the Reels section, and YouTube has got those shorts as well too. So it's super quick. It's all done by drag and drop with your finger on the phone. I would show you how to work it on the phone. I did try plugging in my phone so I could give you a bit of a demo, but for some reason the share for that just wasn't working. So best thing to do is take it for a trial. It is free to take for a trial. One annoying feature with it is, the reason why it is free is that they've got a ton of ads in there as well too. So if you've got the free version, just be aware of that. Sometimes they'll have an ad pop up over the feature that you're wanting to use, and it's a video ad. It'll run for 30 seconds. You've got to let it run for its entirety before the X to get rid of it comes up for you to get rid of it. So that's the free version. They've obviously monetized it like that there, but that's the cost of for something free. But you can upgrade it to a free version, to a pro version in the app as well too. Gets rid of all of those distractions, and it's not particularly expensive. I think it's about $70 a year or something like that there. So it's not hugely expensive. So that one there is called Ukut.Pro. And very last one is this is a book that I've been reading, very old book actually, and not a book that I would have ordinarily picked up and read until someone talked to me about this a couple of weeks ago. And it's The Inner Game of Tennis by Tim Galway. So what's good about this book here is it talks about tennis. You've got the technical shots, which is playing the game. You've also got the game in your head as well too, where that little voice that says, you should have hit it harder, or you hit it too hard, those sort of things that really affect the game. So he calls it Self 1 and Self 2. For those that don't know who Timothy Galway is, he was a tennis coach. He ended up at I believe it was the Sydney University, and was the person that created or founded modern coaching as we know it today, business coaching as we know it today. So I highly recommend the book. I've listened to it on audio. It is an incredibly good book there, just to understand, the difference between technical, in terms of what you do, and the inner game in terms of what happens inside your head and how you feel and how you talk to yourself. He's got a range of books in there too. Tennis was the original one. He's also got The Inner Game of Golf. He's got The Inner Game of Business as well too. but I haven't read those ones there. I dare say they'll be sort of fairly similar. But yeah, this book here, excellent book, highly recommend it. And that there is a wrap up of our cool online tools for tonight. So in chat, all of those tools are the last item in chat. Just tell us what was your favorite tool there, or the one that might occupy a wee bit of your time at some point during this week. Just drop it in chat just to give me some idea as to which of those is most useful. And of course, all these apps and tools, we'll drop these into the Business Owners Smashing Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, head over there now, go and join it, or head over at some other point and go and join it. We do a preview to let you in to make sure that we haven't got a whole lot of spamming people that are in there. And of course, a lot of the other tools are all in there as well too. Excellent. So what do we got there? We have Uncut, Popple, digital cards. Looks like the digital card one is the winner of a few votes that we've got here tonight. And of course, if you've got apps and tools that you think are good or you use and maybe you haven't profiled it here, feel free to send them through to me. I get them from all sorts of places, and recommendations are always good as well too, which a couple of these have been ones that people have introduced to me. So thank you for that. And if you want any help with any of the apps, tools, strategy, whatever, feel free to reach out. I do have a range of programs to help you with that as well too. And you can always find me, actually just Google my name, Google Smash Go. We're all online, all over the place. Live what we preach.